The first game, Battle of the Bands, $15 to spend over 5 rounds.
Cool.
5 options per round, ranging from $5 to $1. Obviously, each option decreasing in appeal with value.
Who's counting the maths here?
It's just up to both of us.
An honesty policy.
An honesty policy.
An honesty box, yeah.
But
no problem.
I think like we'll pick the bands that the people will decide.
Who wins?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think there are no winners in this podcast.
I know I'm a loser. Right. Just so, are you going to explain more rules before I jump in and ask for an explanation?
No, I mean that is the rules.
What are we saying? Drummer?
Oh well, this is the thing.
Oh.
So I'm at a competitive advantage in that I'm going to be able to see everything up front.
There's a height imbalance, and you're at a competitive advantage.
Yeah. So. Bullshit. But you're going to get the first pick.
As I should.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, $15 to spend over 4 rounds.
Right.
Don't blow your load on the first round. Well, maybe you do.
Maybe I do want
It's
it.
up to you. So, we're going to start with guitarists in round 1. We've got, for $5, Jimi Hendrix. For $4, Jimmy Page. For $3, Eric Clapton. For $2, Keith Richards. And for $1, Johnny Marr. And it's not to discredit Johnny Marr, but he's amongst gods there, isn't he?
He's among gods. Right, is it up to me what sort of band I'm making?
It's just Battle of the Bands, my band versus your band, School of Rock vibes.
I'm going to give me, who was the $2?
Keith Richards. But like, he's only $2, primarily because I was thinking unreliable.
He is unreliable, but when he's good, he's great. He'd make a great story. Give me Johnny Marr for $1, Chris. Final answer.
Johnny Marr?
Johnny Marr for $1.
Right.
I have a moral dilemma with a couple of the more expensive members there.
What's the... Go on.
Well, Clapton is a questionable bloke, isn't he?
I mean...
Jimmy Page gives me seedy vibes. Hendrix, obviously.
I mean...
I'm taking Johnny Marr. Is this my answer or yours?
It is yours, but...
Yeah, I'm saving my money. Johnny Marr, next question.
I think just
Next
to call out...
question.
Just to call out Clapton as a questionable bloke in that list of people, I think it's like... And yourself included. Anyway.
Happens to the best of us.
So we're going to move on to...
Are you not picking one?
Oh, yeah, sorry. So, my pick... I'm just looking at
I'm
the
going to
other
assume
round.
you can't take the same one.
No.
Correct,
But
okay.
not that I'd want him. Take him. Take
$1,
him for
mate.
$1.
Best dollar I've ever spent.
I'm gonna go for... See, Hendrix is... Him and Stevie Ray Vaughan are probably my 2 favourite guitarists. Not that he's on the list.
Good company.
But...
He's my favourite guitarist. I didn't put him on the list.
Well, I didn't necessarily go for just who are my favourite musicians.
No, okay.
I tried to sort of...
Yeah, no, I like it.
I tried to make the values match the people. So I'm going to go Jimmy Page, $4, even though I want to go Hendrix. You know, there's money to be spent in other rounds, and I'm going to spend my first $4.
Overrated guitarist. You heard it here first.
It's a bold call. It's a bold call.
$4, too expensive. Next question.
So you spent $1. Round 2, we've got Neil Peart from Rush. Drummers. We're doing drummers. We're doing drummers in round 2. $5, we've got Neil Peart from Rush. $4, we've got John Bonham. $3, we've got Keith Moon. $2, we've got Travis Barker. And number 1, we've got Harry Judd from McFly.
I knew it was going to be good. I mean, I want it on record. Harry seems like a great bloke.
And obviously not an awful drummer. It was only funny because of the list. But
right, just remind me. $5 Neil Peart.
$4 John Bonham.
Yeah.
3 we've got Keith Moon. 2 we've got Travis Barker. 1 we've got Harry Judd from McFly.
I'm going to spend $4, Chris, Final answer.
Stop calling me Chris,
You
because
are
anyone
Chris
new
Tarrant.
to it is going to think that I am called Chris. And anyone outside the UK ain't going to know who Chris Tarrant is. And anyone of an age
Well,
isn't going to...
who presents Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in America?
Do they even have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Well, it's Jeremy Clarkson now in the UK, so you'll be Jeremy.
No, I don't want to... Can we just avoid all names
Okay.
that aren't my name?
All right.
For
Understood,
the longevity of this
Understood. It's
project.
your podcast. $4. Aaron, final answer.
Thank you.
Who are you taking?
For the short side, I'm going to need you to just give me that one again.
I will take $4. Final answer.
And who was
Aaron, I can't remember.
I don't even know who you're taking.
John Bonham.
It was John
John
Bonham.
Bonham, $4.
I'll tell you what,
brainer.
I mean,
Right, let me try one more time.
you can tell you're from a money family. You don't even care who you're taking.
What's $4 amongst friends? $4. I will take John Bonham. Aaron, final answer.
Okay. So you've got so far. You've got
Johnny Marr
Johnny Marr for $1,
and
you've
John
got,
Bonham. It's
right.
The
So you
band
spent
of Johns.
$5. You spent $5. I'm gonna go Neil Peart. I'm not even a Rush fan, but he
You're
is.
spending a lot of money here.
He is an unbelievable
He's an unbelievable drummer.
drummer, and I think that personally, I think the drums, like in any band, is such an important and undervalued role.
Completely agree.
So I'm gonna go Neil Peart. So
You need to find that clip of him changing time signature about 8 times in a verse. Put it now.
okay, we're moving on to bass in round 3.
Can we have a money check? I've spent $5. You've spent 9.
9. Yeah,
Phew, we're running out low on cash there, son.
it's all right. I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you do know who's coming.
I do know who's coming as well, which helps.
Sleek.
Right. So
Is there another John in this
I
category?
already know. I already think I know who you're gonna go for here. What's frustrating is I know who I want, but it's gonna leave. I've spent so much money. I've spent
too
so much money.
You peaked too soon.
So right, we're on to round 3 bass. We've got at $5 John Entwistle from the Who.
Another John as well.
For 4, we've got John Paul Jones. At 3, we've got Paul McCartney.
Oh shit! You put in Paul McCartney at $3.
It isn't that I think that that he's necessarily a poor bassist or multi instrumentalist, if you like, but it's just that John Entwistle is the best bassist of all times.
Yeah, I agree with
and
that.
then John Paul Jones is
And he's played in some unbelievable bands.
I mean, he's still rocking now with C6 Steve, isn't he?
He can do it all.
But
Paul, carry on.
Paul McCartney looks like my nan, God rest her soul. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if we're going for like vibes in this band, like
Vibes. I'm just gonna rein in my response. You just who's left?
no. So, $5 John Entwistle from the Who. $4 we've got John Paul Jones. $3 you've got Paul McCartney. $2 you've got Flea.
Great bass player.
Great bass player. Great on stage, but lead singer of that band is dating a 19-year-old.
Yes. There's some sketchiness there.
There is.
Some sketchiness.
And at 1, you've got Mike Kroger from Nickelback. Not even the most famous of the brothers.
Don't agree with the Nickelback hate, but hilarious. Still.
I don't agree with the hate, but he doesn't fall into that.
Let's not be silly. I'm going to change my rule of being a band of Johns. As much as John Paul Jones was close, $3...
You'd have been struggling in the last round anyway.
Yeah. I was thinking Lennon might be there.
No.
Okay. $3 on Paul McCartney is the best money you could possibly ever spend, Aaron.
I know.
He's the greatest songwriter of all time. Arguably.
Yeah.
It's not upset everyone.
I mean...
No brainer.
When he left the Beatles, he did go on to write Frog Song.
True.
And Lennon did go on to write things like Imagine. But anyway, we'll get to that. That's a different conversation for a different time. I mean, I want John Paul Jones, but what would that put me at? 9?
You'd be left with $2.
It would be a difficult last round.
I'm excited
It would be
to
a
see.
difficult last round. So I think I'm going to have to take Flea because he's an exceptional bassist.
He's an exceptional bass player.
And he's $2. At $2 is value, isn't he?
He's better value than Kiedis, I suppose.
So let's have a money check then.
Yep.
You've spent $4. You went,
$7.
have you?
I've
Yeah.
spent no $8.
3, 4.
And 1 is 8. I've spent $8.
Yeah, no, I was seeing who you'd gone for. I couldn't
okay,
remember what
sorry.
they were valued at. And
This
what have I
is
spent?
This is arguably the most frugal I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Could I finance one of these? Could anyone on Clan?
Oh, phenomenal. You've spent 5, 4, and 2. $11.
Right. Okay. Well, you could royally fuck me here anyway, with depending on who you pick. Right. So we've got vocals. We've got at $5 Whitney Houston. At $4 Aretha Franklin.
Another goat.
$3 you've got Beyonce. $2 you've got will.i.am. And $1 you've got Rebecca Black. From the song Friday.
Yeah,
Friday,
I'm familiar.
Gotta get down on Friday.
Can I pick? Oh, I've got the money for 2.
You can't have 2.
Why not?
Because you can't.
I want like a Dreamgirls vibe.
It's
like
one pick per
big
round.
egos.
Your backing vocals.
Okay, well, I mean, it's got to be $4.
I'm so glad that you picked Aretha Franklin and
Aretha Franklin, no
$4.
doubt.
I'm so glad you did that, because if you would have gone for Beyonce, I would have only been able to pick from will.i.am or Rebecca Black. So obviously I'm going to spend the rest of my money and take Beyonce. I think there was a clear winner for the Battle of the Bands, but I'll let you guys decide. Head over to the Patreon and watch the full episode for absolutely friggin' free. Friggin' nothing. The best type of money. So what are we still friggin' doing here? Listening to me. Go on. Yeet. Yeet.